the bread that was never cheap. Every morning, just before the city truly woke up, Mrs. Alara placed her small wooden table near the old stone bridge. The bridge was rarely noticed anymore. People crossed it every day without looking down, without wondering how old it was or how many stories it had carried. On her table, she arranged loaves of bread. Not many, 5, sometimes 6, never more. Each loaf was wrapped in a clean cloth, still warm, still breathing. She baked them herself, in a small kitchen with cracked tiles and a window that didn't close properly in winter. The oven was old, older than her grandchildren. But it worked, as long as she woke before dawn and fed it patiently. Alara never shouted prices. She never called out to passers-by. She simply stood there, her hands folded in front of her apron, waiting. Most people hurried past. Some glanced briefly, then moved on toward the bakery down the street, where machines worked faster and bread came sliced and perfect. Cheaper, too. One morning, a man in a pressed coat stopped in front of her table. He checked his watch, sighed, and picked up a loaf. "How much?" he asked, already frowning. Alara told him the price. He laughed. Not loudly, but enough. "That's ridiculous," he said. "It's just bread. I can buy 2 loaves for that price over there." Alara nodded slowly. "Yes," she replied. "You can." He looked at her, confused. He had expected an argument. A discount, something. "So?" he pressed. "Aren't you going to lower the price?" She shook her head gently. "This bread," she said, touching the cloth, "was mixed while the city slept. I kneaded it with hands that ache in the cold. I waited for it to rise while praying my back would last another day. I baked it slowly, because rushing ruins it." The man shifted his weight. "It still seems expensive." Alara smiled, not unkindly. "Then it is not for you." He put the loaf back down, irritated, and walked away muttering about old people and stubbornness. The next day, a young woman stopped. She looked tired, the kind of tired that no sleep fixes. She held the loaf, hesitated, then asked the price. Her eyes widened slightly. "I don't know if I can afford that," she admitted softly. Alara studied her face for a moment. "Who are you buying it for?" she asked. "For my father," the woman said. "He's sick. He hasn't eaten much lately." Alara unwrapped the loaf and broke off a small piece, handing it to her. "Try it." The woman tasted it. Her eyes filled with tears before she could stop them. "It tastes like my childhood," she whispered. Alara wrapped the bread again and placed it in the woman's hands. "Pay what you can," she said. The woman left some money on the table. Less than the price, much less. Alara did not count it. That evening, Alara went home with 1 loaf unsold. She sliced it carefully, saving half for the next day. She was not rich. She had never been. But as she sat at her small table, breaking bread slowly, she felt something warm settle in her chest. Not pride, not victory, peace, because she knew something many never learn. That value is not decided by comparison, that labor carries memory, and that some things are only too expensive when we refuse to see the human cost behind them. The next morning, there were only 4 loaves on her table, and one more person who stopped, looked, and didn't ask the price at all. Quiet moral. Not everything is meant to be cheap. Some things are meant to be honored. And the true cost of anything is not found in money, but in the life that was poured into it.